Well, here's today's project. As you see, it's a moldboard. It's a piece of their John Deere old 3 bottoms that I've piecemealed apart over the years. But as you can see, I cut a piece off because I'm making a glasses drawbar. Because this is a, can you see the red paint? It's a John Deere drawbar, and it's way too damn stubby. It's a Massey Ferguson drawbar for like a 30 horse tractor, not a 60 horse, and it's a way too short. And I'm too cheap to buy a drawbar, a new one. So here we are. One new drawbar. This plow frame, that stuff is really hard, so because I already drilled it, and that stuff I didn't bother filming it because it is hard and time consuming. Just slow. But only thing I gotta do is where the pins drop through here, I gotta grind out little notches for it. It just is wider than the hole. So that's not too big a deal. But it's still plenty strong because it's way stronger than the one that was on there. But it fits like a glove. It'll look good. The reason I had to replace it is because the other one is about that much shorter. So you can't hook any PTO attachment up to it because it's way too stubby. Well, any tow behind drawbar hooked up attachment, you cannot get it hooked to the thing. It was that stubby. 3-point hits don't matter. It has nothing to do with it. So I gotta mark this out and see what I'm gonna do for notching that out. Yeah, this thing needs a bath. I gotta reseal the rear remotes on this. So, alright, bring it back when I get it. Well, there it is. If you can see in there, I notched it out just a little. Because there's 2 sets of holes here to pin it. Because the PTO shaft, if you can see, is just offset. So I notched it so, well, you gotta put the bolts in from the bottom for that one. It hits the housing. But you get the idea. You can put them so the drawbar is centered on the tractor. You can offset a little for certain PTO things. Which I've never really used this thing for PTO work yet, so we'll see where I gotta run it, but hey, drop through there. Now no sloppy around because the other drawbar the holes were too big for the front pin and it slopped around and slopped up and down, so I put, this one did too, I put some washers up there. That's more like it. And it was too low with the drop down. It was lower than everything else around here. Like our Ford, that's even too low. It needs a straight bar, but I use what I got. Someday I'll replace that one. But this will work good on this. You can't even tell the difference. That looks factory, doesn't it? So that should be right for that. Because I'm going to be using this spread manure with this. So I gotta wash this thing. As you can see, it's all greasy, and reseal these. I guess I should reseal those before I wash it. That'd be the smart thing to do. They're pretty easy to do. I've done tons of those. Well, the next part for this tractor is the loader. It's only has, well, 4 bolts to take the loader off. And originally they would have had legs similar to what I'm making. Stay. See these curved pipes? You take the 4 bolts out of the mount here, and you pick it. It hinges up on the front, and then you have another piece of angle iron that would be welded to this pipe that goes in there, and you bolt it on. I've thought about welding on some pieces on, so you just slide it in, which I might change it, but I think I'm just gonna make it like the original was, so you can back out of it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the way the original was. I don't think I'm gonna be taking the loader off a ton, so you gotta take the bolts out and put them somewhere, so you just pick it up and stick the bolts back in it. So I gotta go find some pieces of angle iron. These are just, I got a matching pair of them. I have no idea what they were. I don't even remember. But there was a bunch of other stuff I already hacked off of this, but it doesn't matter. But this should work. It's a good thick wall, plenty strong. So I'll go find a piece of angle iron and start. Well, here's one of the legs. You can see it's glowing. There's the other one. All I gotta do is, it's meant to, when it comes off the mount. I'll demonstrate it once I get it finished. Because you see the head of the bolt there, you take the bolt out and it'll tip up. And you put it in, and then you put the bolt back in, and then you can tip it up and back out of it. That's the gist of it. That should be the right height for the legs. If not, I can always cut it off. But that's the right height, because you just run off the angle. I probably will end up welding feet on the bottom of it from stuffing it right in the ground, because it will. But I gotta get the holes in it, which means I have to unbolt the loader to put the holes in it. So get them marked out. See, this is how it works. You just unbolt it and pick it up, but you have to have the bucket on, because it does not have enough weight otherwise to get it to tip up. And then I gotta move these hoses, need to loosen them up. This side, they weren't quite routed right, and I don't think I have it quite high enough. But yeah, I gotta pick up a little further. But that's the idea. And then you put the bolts in, which I think I'm only gonna set up with 1 bolt per side, because it's plenty. That's what I think. The original ones only used 1 bolt anyway. So, but that gives you the idea. You put them on both, one on either side, and you just take in, well, I'll show you. It hinges in the front here, and then you pull the pin out and back away, unhook the hoses, and it stands there on its own. But the legs were missing when we got it, so. And we want to be able to take the loader off if we want to, which raking hay, doing a lot of bush hogging, which is what this tractor will do a lot of. Loader's coming off. Don't need the weight when you're doing a lot, so. Well, I didn't take any video of it before, but I took pictures. You'll have seen it. That's a pretty good fix. This side here. This side was cracked. Welded it, but the cast does not like the weld. It needs a little more grinding, but it looks pretty damn good. All I can think of is some dumbass reaching over something with the loader, and they whacked into something with it, and they snapped the casting out. But it's more cosmetic than structural, so that looks nice. Once I throw some paint on it, you'll never even know it. Well, here it is with the legs on it. You can see, and off the tractor. You can see what it looks like. Works good. So that's a wrap for that. Got pretty much everything done on this and the tractor. I'm getting new front tires for it and a seat, well, seat cushions because they're shot. Well, I gotta go hook this up and start disking some ground out. Well, if you liked the video, please comment, rate, and subscribe for more. Catch you next time.